A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshitam. And first up, going to the latest political update, we've got some big news coming in. Narendra Modi reacts to the row over the DD interview. Narendra Modi has gone on to state, I feel very sad to see our national TV channel struggling to maintain its professional freedom. He's also gone on to state, it is a blot on our democracy. This is what Narendra Modi has finally had to say about the entire controversy with regards to the DD interview. Remember, there were allegations that a part of it was omitted and edited out, and the BJP alleged that it was due to pressure from the government. And now Narendra Modi going on to react on the same, stating that he feels very sad to see a national TV channel struggling to maintain its professional freedom, and that it is a blot on the idea of democracy. And well, here's what Modi tweeted, and I quote, "Greetings to journalist friends on World Press Freedom Day. Free press is a democracy's cornerstone and must be preserved in letter and spirit. On days such as this, I feel very sad to see our national TV channel struggling to maintain its professional freedom." He's also gone on to state, we have witnessed the horrors of emergency when freedom of press and freedom of expression were suppressed. It is a blot on our democracy. This is what Narendra Modi has tweeted about the recent controversy with regards to DD channel's editing of the interview with Modi. He's gone on to state, greetings to journalist friends on World Press Freedom Day. Free press is a democracy's cornerstone and must be preserved in letter and spirit. On days such as this, I feel very sad to see our national TV channel struggling to maintain its professional freedom. We have witnessed the horrors of emergency when freedom of press and freedom of expression were suppressed. It is a blot on our democracy. This is what Narendra Modi has gone on to say. Remember, the BJP has hurled one accusation after the other, stating quite clearly that it was censored due to intervention from the centre due to pressure from the government. Now, initially, when there were allegations of censoring, DD came out and very clearly stated that there was no such censoring being done, and that the interview was sent through as it was. But it was after the BJP released the edited bit that, in fact, the DD went on to give in and confess that yes, there was some sort of editing. And now, of course, we do understand that the Prasar Bharati CEO has stated and accused Manish Tiwari, the Minister of INB, for this, stating that it is because he has refused to give autonomy that this has led to such issues. My colleague Verghese joins us over the phone line with more information. Verghese, finally, Narendra Modi also reacting and definitely stating quite clearly that he too believes that the centre intervened.
Well, it seems so because of the way, the manner on which Prasar Bharati CEO Jawahar Sarkar had in fact shot the letter, which in fact went on to say that the interview was apparently edited, and in fact also pointing the finger at the Information and Broadcasting Minister Manish Tiwari for failing to grant operational autonomy. Well, Doordarshan, especially with the Prasar Bharati Act, was supposed to have autonomy, especially with regards to its operations and the way it carried its editorial content. But this has not come fully operational with the organization. In fact, it was supposed to be modeled under the BBC. But again, this is not the first time that there's been issues with regards to operational autonomy being focused by the Prasar Bharati CEO. There have been several instances at which there have been silent as well as open clashes between the CEO and Manish Tiwari with regards to operational autonomy. And with this interview, it has come to light, especially with regards to the kind of editing that has taken place to portray this interview in a certain light. So this, again, the Prasar Bharati editor, the CEO coming out openly against the minister with regards to it. Now, the other thing about it is that Modi too has taken a cue out of it, and in fact, he has played upon that particular factor of operational autonomy that DD has been seeking, especially in his Twitter account. We see him giving this kind of an image, especially with regards to, he's been saying we have witnessed the horrors of the emergency when freedom of press and freedom of democracy was suppressed. It is a blot on our democracy. And also he went on to say that our national TV channel is struggling to maintain its professional freedom. So quite very pointedly using the exact issue that the Prasar Bharati CEO as well as the previous CEOs of Doordarshan, its news section has been saying, is to have professional freedom or autonomy in terms of its editorial content, and also to ensure that as a national medium it becomes a more professional organization on the lines of other state-sponsored media outlets, which in fact are the only part of the state is in funding the organizations and rather not interfering with its administration as well as editorial content. That is the kind of autonomy that I'm seeing, and Narendra Modi seems to have picked up the cue from the CEO and in fact used it to his advantage, in fact saying that the state TV channel is in fact struggling to maintain its professional freedom. So quite a hit back at that, Akshata.
Right, Varghese. So also, of course, we've seen a slew of reactions coming in from the BJP. Even the Prasar Bharati CEO has now reacted to the same. Any word coming in from the Congress? For that matter, has Manish Tiwari himself reacted?
Well, Manish Tiwari has said that he has not seen the letter and the letter has not reached him, so therefore he won't comment on this matter. That has been a kind of hussed up reaction that has come from Manish Tiwari on the matter. But the issue remains the same, that Doordarshan has been asking for its autonomous freedom, and that many of the state governments have been trying to, that have come in the center, have been in fact trying to give this public broadcaster its so-called freedom. But at the same time, there have been issues with regards to it, because most of them, when it comes to the issue of voting and putting in certain clauses that would actually give autonomy to the public broadcaster, they have been in fact dragging their feet on this, Akshata.
Right, Varghese, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But of course, the controversy refuses to die down this time around. Narendra Modi has tweeted, making it quite clear that he too believes that there is a conspiracy at hand. He has gone on to state that it is almost like the times of our emergency when we saw a clampdown on the freedom of press. Prasar Bharati CEO has also reacted, saying that this is a result of being a shadow of the government, blaming INB Minister Manish Tiwari for not giving autonomy to DD. And Manish Tiwari on his side has gone on to claim that he has not received the letter, so cannot comment on the same. And moving on, a lorry fell off a bridge near Mandia's Srirangapatna early this morning. One person has been killed. He has been identified as the driver, and another was trapped in the lorry but was pulled out after 4 long hours. In fact, the driver has been killed and the cleaner was the one who was stuck in there after extensive operations. So finally, after 4 hours, he was rescued.
Great country on great on बचवादा बचवादा आलो तो पहला बचवादा जंग तक करेगा चला अकड़ अकड़ जो इन्नबा
That was the cleaner who was finally rescued after 4 long hours. In fact, 2 fire tenders, 2 cranes and a JCB were called in for the rescue operations. The lorry fell into the Lokabhavani river, which has now become dry. The truck was en route to Mysore from Bengaluru and has an Andhra registration. In fact, you can see that that cleaner was relatively young, so very unfortunate, but fortunately for him, he has managed to survive. It seems more like he is suffering from a shock, considering, of course, that he was in fact driving in that particular lorry when it suddenly fell off the bridge. It is understood that the weight that the lorry was carrying made it lose balance and fall over, and we understand that as soon as it toppled, the driver fell to his death while the cleaner was stuck inside after 4 long hours. Keeping in mind that it was such a huge vehicle, it was a heavy vehicle, an 8-wheeled truck, it took quite some time and quite some people as well to rescue this particular man.
ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಜವಾದ ಅವನು ಬಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಕಂಡ್ರಿ ಅವನು ಹುಡುಗ ಕಂಡ್ರಿನ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅವನು